MMA legend Joe Rogan states that Jake Paul should seriously consider continuing his boxing career. And I totally agree. Jake Paul took some massive damage against Anthony Joshua. And I know, what's on the front cover is his jaw being broken in two. But what should also be considered is the brain damage he likely took from those punches from Anthony Joshua. And, how many days has it been since the fight? Like a couple? A couple of days. And Jake has already called out Francis Ngannou. Jake has a death wish. I know he loves the sport, but the way he's going about fighting in the sport, it screams death wish, and I'm heavily concerned for him. I don't like Jake, but I have the same level of respect and love for him as I would for any human being. So I wish him health. I wish him, I wish him wiseness in this violent sport he's trying to constantly take part in. And being wise about the sport is knowing when to leave it. And I think right now it's about time for Jake to leave it. Jake has made his money. He's got a legacy. He's got a name. It may not be totally within boxing, but he's done a lot of things. He's been in a lot of conversations. And although he loves boxing, he's done what he's made his money. He's made his money. He's made his mark. He's a YouTube guy. He's got all those videos, them hype videos, and the blonde hair, and the teens, and the Disney stuff. Those are still accomplishments, I think. So while he may not be a fight game legend, he will go down as a great businessman and a great entertainer. And I think that's enough. I don't think he needs to go further and fight all these pro boxers to prove himself, although I don't think he can ever prove himself. He's ruined boxing. He's kind of went in the negative rather than done anything positive. I think he's made a mockery of boxing. I think he's invited all these other people to make a mockery of boxing. I think, it's his fault Misfits exists and the kick streaming boxing exists, and they just grab anybody off the street and have them box and mock the illustrious, legendary sport that is boxing. It's Jake's fault. In my opinion, it's Jake's fault. But although I dislike him for this reason, I wish him health, and I think in order for him to prioritize his health, he needs to step back. I think the double jaw break wasn't, all that happened to him in this Joshua fight. There was probably a couple, not a couple, but there's probably a really bad concussion, some brain damage involved as well that isn't really talked about enough. But yeah, I think it could only get worse from here for Jake. I really do. I really do think so, unless he's going to fight some cans next. Overall, let me know what you think.